For Life would like to thank all of our sponsors. Mountain View Guide Service, J3 Outdoors, Lennon's Lures, Wolf Creek Products, and PCS Outdoors.
The Hague Spring Clip by J3 Outdoors. Simple, fast, efficient.
On this week's episode of Fur Life, we're going back to J3 Outdoors for some midwinter water and coyote trapping.
Well, Jeff just gave us a great demonstration on the bracket. Now he's going to show the awesome clip that he has, and he has two different sizes. So, Jeff, why don't you show him?
Take it away?
Take it away.
All right, buddy. So, as Brian mentioned, we have also our Hague Spring Clip. We have two different sizes. The small one fits your 160s and smaller, and the large one fits your 220s to 330s. The major difference in the two is the smaller one is made to fit on the same 3/8 inch rods that the Hague's bracket will lock onto, and the larger one is meant for 1/2 inch rebar. So those are the two major differences. They both work in the same manner. Whereas they're inserted into the end of your spring. So they're inserted in there. Once they're in there, they don't come out, and that was the design of that bottom lip there. So once it's in, it doesn't come out.
You don't have to worry about
Don't
trying
have
to
to worry
fish
about
for
it.
it. Yeah.
They're a little bit of a bear to get in there, but the reason being is so they don't come out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not something that you want to put together while you're out on the trap line. You want to do it obviously ahead of season. So what we're showing here is one of the things that I feel is probably one of the largest benefits of the spring clip is not only that it's fast and easy to use on these 3/8 inch rods, but what it does is it allows me to put my triggers in any position, right? So here I'm showing you got a bottom, a top, to the side, whatever. So it just allows you to rotate your body grip trap in any position. So for me, like, well, it's about this time of year, we're going to start doing a lot of under ice baited sets. This is my trap for under ice baited sets. So I'm simply going to get it to the depth of the water I want, right? I'm going to put my triggers to the side. That's how I want my baited sets, right? And so now I impale a parsnip or a carrot or something along those lines. People are using synthetic products too. But so I'll put something on the triggers there. I'm using a 150, 159, 160 size of a trap, and that allows me to get my catches under ice, which is very efficient.
And not only that, you can actually use it for a bottom edge set.
You can use it for a bottom edge set as well, absolutely. So again, basically any vertical adjustment in that height column that you want, this allows you to do that. But that being said, so let's pretend that, you know, I'm in that body of water, I've got my under ice baited set. Well, you know as good as I do that you come off of that ice and you're walking through those cattails and there's a mink run. You know what I mean? Now, instead of going back to the truck, you may be, you know, humping across the lake or whatever it is, I can simply take this trap, I can put it back on another rod, and I can rotate to a bottom trigger, right? So like for mink trapping, I like my triggers on the bottom.
Yeah.
So now again, it's all about efficiency, right? It's about carrying less and it's about being efficient. I can go out on that line, I can go from a baited set, I can flip it over to a mink set. You know what I mean? If the situation presents itself. So to me, that's very important. So that was the smaller clip. The larger clip, this is really pretty slick. This is fun. So again, it goes in your spring, just like the smaller clip does. But the way that we're using this is a little bit different on a two spring type of a trap. So I'm taking the rebar, I'm running it through that bottom eye, then I'm going through the clip. Okay, I can adjust this to the vertical height that I want. When I get it to the position that I want,
Locks it right
I'm
in.
simply rotating the trap, spreading the arms apart, and now I'm good and solid. I've locked it in
You don't
there.
have to have all these sticks and stuff
You
like
don't
that.
have to.
Because I know I've used it. It's
You don't have to. Again, you get in certain bodies of water, if the bottom isn't strong enough, and usually what's going to happen is the stake or the rebar, the rod,
Could-
whatever,
could
will
split,
spin.
yeah.
If that's the case, then sure, you
Then
can
you
drop
do
a
the
little
same.
stick or something across it. Now, when I had come out with the clips, right? So I've got both the clips. When I came out with these, I had already had the bracket, right? And what I wanted is I wanted to try and benefit the trapper as much as possible by those, you know how you get in those certain situations where you're doing anything that you can to make that set work, right? And sometimes you just don't have the equipment that you need. So what I did is I made both of them to where they would fit the bracket, right? So both of them will fit inside of there. That being said, the reason being, you get out, maybe you're way back on a beaver slough somewhere, and you're not wanting to carry a ton of equipment, right? Or maybe you thought you had the right equipment, but when you got back there, you find out you don't, right? And now instead of spending 20 minutes humping around trying to find the right stick or whatever, you could simply wire a bracket to a log like what we've got here. We're simply wiring it, I'm screwing it, nailing it, whatever you want to do. And if you got your clips already inserted in your traps, you can simply drop it in place, right? And so that locks you in place, gives you a nice solid
That's awesome.
set. So again, that would be more of a secondary, you know, type of a use for it. But again, it's something that is giving people options.
Yeah.
Some people are taking them if they've got spots that they trap year after year after year. They're screwing them in place
Just leaving
and they're
them.
leaving them.
Yeah.
They're coming back and dropping their body grip in place. So
Yeah.
just
I know.
some options.
Yep, I know from like trapping up in Maine, I know I jump out of the truck now, I already have these on my 330s.
Yep.
I grab 4 pieces of rebar,
Yep.
4 connies, and I'm out.
Yeah. Set an
That's it.
area up
That's all
real
you
quick
need.
and away
That's
you
all you
go.
need.
Yeah.
No bait, no lure, no nothing.
Yep.
Just
Yep.
putting them in runs.
Yep. Makes them fast and efficient. That's for sure.
Sure.
So
Well, thank you very much, Jeff.
you're
I
welcome,
really
buddy.
appreciate it.
You're absolutely welcome.
It was but an awesome product.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. Glad you guys were able to come out today.
Yeah.
And I do have a few traps out. Maybe we can go check those traps.
That'd
and
be
see if,
awesome. Yeah.
See if we
So
got
now we're
any.
going to go out on the line with Jeff, and he's going to show us some of the things that actually in action. And who knows? It's up to the animals. See if we can do it. See, show you any catches. So,
Absolutely. So,
yeah, let's do that.
all right.
Rat in the colony trap.
Oh yeah.
Rat in the colony. Let's see what we got up here. You want to get down in here? Right up around that next hump there. There's a bottom edge. I'll show you when we get there. See the rod sticking out.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So He said it there.
Oh yeah. Yep, that's that bottom edge. Is right inside there. That's awesome. Oops. A little muddy, but
Want me to pull it?
yeah, go ahead.
All right. So these bottom edges, I mean, they're an awesome little set, you know.
Well, what's nice is you're going to catch mink or rats.
Exactly.
You're not going to clog them up with raccoons.
Exactly. You're
No.
not going to get your coons or nothing like that. But again, you know, that's the trap I prefer.
160.
I could show you how I made that bottom edge if you'd like.
Yeah.
So
Oh, we've seen it in the shop.
yeah, seen it in the shop. So let me show you how I'm doing it here. So I go on the loosest notch. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a feel for the ground. I'm gonna try and butt that trap up to that side wall as close as I can.
And
You
it
see
wouldn't
what I'm
matter
saying?
whether it's a bridge abutment,
It
bank.
wouldn't matter. It
Right.
wouldn't matter. And so I'm gonna run that down in there, and that's all you got to do.
Yep.
That's your bottom edge set right there. That's about 18 to 20 inches of water probably.
Well, what's nice about it doesn't matter what depth of water we have.
It doesn't.
'Cause, I mean, basically critters are either going to hug the bottom or going to be on very top.
Right. And so, like I mentioned, you know, trappers have to be versatile. These colony traps, if you can use them in your state, I mean, they're awesome. You know, they work for nice narrow pinch points and stuff like that.
Yep.
You know, you could say that it would work on this bottom edge location as well, but a guy can only carry so many of these. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I normally, you know, double or triple stack them when I do trap this type of an area, but these rods I can carry, you know, 18, 20 of these rods in a little bundle, and you know, with a couple traps in your backpack, you're set. You know, these things, they're just quick, easy, and as you can see, you know, they're pretty efficient. So, but like you mentioned, you know, mink, this is a good mink set. So the reason I picked this location, just to give people an idea, is coming right off of this bump here. This bump is where I would have liked to have been, okay?
Yeah.
But it wasn't solid enough to give me a nice hard bottom edge wall structure, right? So it kind of kicks back under. It's just really,
yeah, it's under pretty
it's
far.
just undercut, really weird. So if I felt along it, that wall actually comes out right here, okay? So that's why I'm putting that trap in that location, you know, where this looks like is where you'd want, but feel around a little bit under there and you'll get the idea. But so great set.
Yeah.
Great set.
Cool.
So let's go check a few more, see if we can't get something on a baited set or something along those lines.
Nice. So that was a bottom edge?
This here's the bottom edge.
I didn't see no bait. I thought maybe either took the bait. There you go.
Well, good sized rat too.
Yeah.
So, you know, just a same setup as what we did on the other side there. Basically just getting the off of this bump here, we're just basically blocking that bump. There's a hard edge right here. That's
Done.
it. That's it right there. and picking up, you know, as those rats as they cross this point.
Yep, yep.
So
Nice. Yeah, just take the rat out, reset it, done. You're
that's it.
on to the next trap.
Move
I
on.
see you got a baited set right there.
Got a baited set. Looks like it's still empty.
Yep, I didn't connect, but
You know, just a matter of time. In fact, this guy was probably going there to eat himself some parsnip.
yeah,
But, so, yes, sir.
nice. Well, you're out checking water sets. You might as well throw a couple canines in, and there's one right there. Let's go out and check him out. He's not liking it. What do you think, buddy?
That's not the greatest catch. Let me go in this one.
Yeah, go ahead. Now, is that the MB 650?
550.
That is a 550. Great trap. Yep, cool. Cool.
What's cool about Snow is he came across this bean field here. I got a set right there that he urinated on. He was on the back side of it. You know, the snow obviously doesn't help the guiding much, but he went from that over there, and it was a south wind last night. He went straight into that set.
Right there it is.
Watch his tracks, you know what I mean? He
Yeah.
came.
Yep.
So, I mean, wind is so important.
Oh, that's it. You know, prevailing winds northwest, but it does change.
Which that's what, you know, this is set for, you know, a northwest wind to help, you know, any scent come across this big ditch here. But you can see he came across, bam, went right straight into it. So, not the prettiest dog of the bunch, but it's a dog out of the bunch.
Yeah.
So we'll get this.
Now, will your coyotes won't be afraid of a remake?
No. 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 In fact, this set just keeps getting hotter and hotter. The more you catch them, I think. The more it gets tore up, more activity. Seems to really kind of put the set on fire almost.
that's Rusty's.
That's Rusty's.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah. And then I don't like a lot of wool because I don't want them pulling anything out and then, you know, just kind of leaving with it. But I like to take that, something like maybe a Lennon's or like a Dunlap Plan lure. Just get it on that little ball, help push any of the bait down, clean that off, and that's about it.
Yep, there you go. Cool. Coyotes and rats.
Meat and potatoes.
That's it.
Big man.
Well, here we are out on the rat line, and there's a double on coyotes. Huh. There you go. I made a perfect spot. There's the corner crop change. Little brushy spot right here.
And there's a nice rock pile in there.
Yeah, something for them to mouse in and stuff. Yep.
Not bad looking coyotes, not the greatest, you know, your typical Michigan
Yeah,
coyotes.
definitely nice.
That one and that last one were both super dark like that. You know, those are the first ugly dark ones that have come off this farm this year, and that one's pretty.
Yeah, that one's nice. It's just got a couple of burdocks in its tail. It's other than that, it's not mangy or anything.
Yeah, but we'll go ahead and dispatch these, get them reset up real quick, and get on down the road.
There you go. Thanks, Jeff, for letting me pal around. I know I slowed you down, but we wanted to show the audience, you know, how they actually work. I mean, we didn't even have a mile stretch of this marsh, just inlet here. We got a dozen rats. He had a couple coyote sets out, so instead of him having to backtrack, being as I slowed him down, he had a double and then he had a single on the same farm. So we got a pretty good population of dogs too here.
Yeah, we've got quite a few coyotes, especially right in this area. There's definitely good population.
Definitely nice rats.
Yeah.
We picked up a little bottom edge, and he's got the.
Yeah, we was hitting on bottom edge, baited sets, had a couple colony traps, hit a few. So what we was doing today is we weren't out trying to smash it, you know what I mean, and really go for some big numbers. You know, we're talking about single-digit temperatures here, so we just threw a few sets out. Surprised they actually stayed open water.
Yeah,
froze up last night.
I know.
So we was just trying to you know, show people how you can use it, how you can make it, you know, effective on your line. Obviously, everybody's got their own ways and styles. And, it's all about being versatile and being efficient. So.
And you're seeing all these dog tracks around. Why not put a couple dirt holes or flat sets in or whatever?
Yeah, exactly.
Farmers always love to see you get rid of these.
Yeah.
Well, I know you got more traps to set, so we're going to get out of your hair.
All right, buddy.
I appreciate it.
All right.
I'll keep in touch.
It was great. Yeah, it was a pleasure. It was a lot of fun.
Let us come around.
Yeah, safe travels back to PA.
Thank you.